Hi, Cancer. Welcome. Thank you for joining me to discuss your mid-December reading. I'm looking forward to uncovering some things for you. And here at our Astro Tarot Network, I would like to make sure that you are in alignment with the universe, and we will check in to make sure that everything is going well with the mid-December reading. Also, I do have your January December readings already done. They may be uploaded by the time this video uploads. So you can kind of get your cues from both of those, okay? Right now, we have your energy over this reading as the Knight of Swords. Okay, so we'll see how that plays out in general over this reading. And we have your present position as the Strength card in reverse. With the Strength card in reverse, you're feeling some kind of defeat here. You don't feel as confident. You're feeling quite tired, really. But with your overall energy showing up as the Knight of Swords, you're definitely willing to persevere. Now, what's influencing that is the Pentacles here, which when I'm looking at this card in regards to the Ace of Pentacles, it looks as though you have very high standards. There are things that you want to achieve overall, you know. There are things that you want to achieve, things that you want to do. But somehow your strength is in the reverse, and of course, we will figure out where that's coming from. Okay. Your overall desire is to figure out what's going on. Like you're being very, very cautious because there's something that's happening and you're going back and you're taking a look. You're trying to find answers. You're being very cautious right now because you really want to charge ahead in your life, but you're tired and you're cautious. There's something going on, Cancer, that's causing you to feel this way. Then we have here where you are in the midst of releasing a burden in the past. There's something going on, and it may have something to do with why your strength is sapped right now. Also, with the recent past events, you were halted for whatever reason. The Chariot card is in reverse here. This is going to be a very interesting reading. In the future, however, you with the Eight of Wands, you will be building up some momentum somehow, and we will definitely examine where that's coming from. And your present attitude is hope. So despite the fact that you've been releasing some burdens, feeling very cautious about something, have had some things blocked in the past, presently feeling very, very discouraged about meeting your goals, you still have some hope. We'll see where that plays in and who that character could be. And what's influencing you right now is the Empress. So we will see where that leads to. That's a very interesting character. And we will see if that is someone or if that is something you need to be embodying. We have here where you don't feel like you've achieved what you want to achieve. With the Nine of Cups in reverse, you're quite miserable. With what I'm looking at here, there have been some missed opportunities, and you want to recapture those missed opportunities, or you want to go and be greater than what you were in the past. Your outcome is the Emperor, which means that you will be gaining a major victory. So this is going to be a very interesting reading. Let's clarify. Let's clarify. All right. Honestly, I want to get on this Empress and find out what's going on with this Empress. I'm just going to go straight to the cards that capture my attention. Whoa. Card straight off the back represents your energy here. This is the Knight of Swords. This is you watching this reading. This is you saying you're determined to go after and get whatever it is that you want. This is you going after something. And then as soon as I shuffle the defining card to figure out what's going on with the Empress, which I was right to go there first, you show up again. So you're going after the Empress energy. This is starting off real crazy and good and juicy already, Cancer. You're going after the Empress energy. So let's continue to clarify before this story gets away from me, because I already can feel the energy just jumping off the cards. It's like, wow. Now I'm interested about this burden in the past. See what that is. Betrayal. Going after the Empress. Now you're very cautious. You want to find out what's going on. You want to retrack your steps here with the Knight. Your desire is to retrack your steps and be cautious and not make any mistakes and right some of your wrongs. Back here could represent some past mistakes. This is your goal. Like back here could represent some past mistakes or some misstep of some kind. And you're like, let me make sure before I take another step. Before I take this wand and put it back here with all these other mistakes, let me just make sure that I am doing like the right thing. You know, that's what you want to make sure. You want to make sure, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right decision? Did I do the right thing? Or where did I go wrong back here? It's bothering you. Let's, cards keep flipping over. Let me turn them back over because they're distracting me. Okay. So let's figure out, let's clarify the Chariot. Ooh. Wow. Let's clarify the Strength card in reverse. Ooh. Well, that's not a bad card. It's just some contemplation going on. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Whoa. Let's clarify the Strength card one more time. Coming back to that because that's a major arcana right there. Let's clarify the Star card. One more time. Okay. Let's clarify Eight of Wands. Wow. Got it. Let's clarify the Emperor. Let's clarify the Emperor. Yep. Awesome. Let's clarify the Emperor. Okay. Let's clarify the Hangman. Another major arcana. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. There's a lot of kings in here. Let's clarify. A lot of kings showing up. And the Emperor. Oh, well. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands. As a queen. Let's clarify. Ooh. Okay, okay, let's clarify the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, Cancer. I hope you're ready. Okay. So, here, your strength is in reverse because there is something that you were working on. And you were kind of like, it was growing, but you didn't feel like it was growing. You didn't have the confidence that it was growing. Like you're standing there like, okay, I'm putting in the work, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And now you're just looking at it like, is this, you've had doubt all along. Like, is this gonna like work out? This is how you're feeling right now. You feel like all the work that you put in, that you've been working on something, like you feel as though either you made some mistakes and you're like looking for some growth, you're looking for something to have happened. And your strength is in reverse because right now you're in hangman mode. You're meditating. You're waiting on some enlightenment. So strength being in reverse, the way I'm going to read that is that you've been doing everything a particular way. It didn't really work out the way you wanted it to work. So you got discouraged and you said, you know what, I'm just not going to do anything right now. I'm going to go in hangman mode. I'm going to wait for some inspiration and get in touch with my intuition and see if I can become more competent in what I'm doing. So it's like you felt like you needed to become emotionally mature. Like you had been doing everything out of the flesh. You had been pushing, pushing, pushing. You've been doing things that were causing this, it was causing the situation to be worse. And it was backfiring on you. And you said, wait a minute, I need to get myself together. So in the present moment, you are pulling yourself together. You're working on gathering your emotional fortitude so that you can be more competent, both mentally, physically, and emotionally. That's presently where you are, which is a good position, but it's a lot of regret and betrayal and things going on around it. Again, your influence is you're trying to achieve the Ace of Pentacles, and you're also looking for that mental clarity because you have the King of Cups in your present position, but you also have your current influences as being defined by the King of Swords for clarity. which would explain it. You're trying to get mental clarity. You're not trying to make some of the same mistakes that you made in the past. So your present energy, Nine of Wands, King of Swords, trying to make sure that you get to this Ace of Pentacles, is also your goal, is to make sure that you are cautious and not making any mistakes. So here we have the Queen of Cups and we have regret. So somehow I'm sensing that this Queen of Cups represents a relationship that you had of some kind where you made some mistakes or something happened and you didn't handle it properly and you have regrets. And this is the reason why you're in this very cautious Nine of Swords position, because you're like, I need to backtrack a little bit and make sure that I'm doing the right thing, because you feel like you were going in the wrong direction and you just didn't want to make some of those same mistakes. Because in the past, you were carrying a burden here with the Ten of Swords. So you're going back to the Nine of Swords, like, I want to make sure this Ten of Wands. You had a Nine of Wands here in your goal because you don't want to go back to the past with this Ten of Wands here, because you got out of it, but now you're back in the nines trying to figure out, where did I go wrong? How did I get to the Ten of Swords? Okay. And you're also recovering from some form of betrayal. Okay. Whether this was betrayal was done to you or whether you did it to someone else, but you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that. Right? So it's like you're walking on eggshells. And here in the recent past, you had the Chariot in reverse because something came to an end. Something had to die, something had to come to an end in order for you to even get to the Emperor, which is where you're headed. So we'll clarify that to see what's going on with that. But in the future, your cautiousness is paying off, because not only do you get a swift break, but there's a King of Pentacles that's showing up that is clarifying this Eight of Wands for quickness. So you're going to quickly achieve this King of Pentacles status, or this King of Pentacles is someone who's coming in swiftly to assist you with whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, right? So presently, you have hope, yet you're delayed. You're waiting on some kind of message. You're waiting on more information about something. Because what you're really trying to do is rush into this Empress. You're trying to rush into this Empress energy, and it's like you want that more than anything. Like, you really want to, like, this is on your mind right now, right? I'm going to say this is a person, this is who you feel connected to. This is someone who you messed up with in the past. I think it's connected to this past energy. And you do not want to mess up. You want to prove something to this person. You want to prove something to them. However, because you haven't heard the information that you're trying to hear, that you're waiting on, you're indecision about something. It's some information that you need and you don't feel accomplished. Like you feel blindsided, or this is like a resistance to information, but I don't feel like you're resisting the information. I think something is being kept from you. Like there's some betrayal that happened. You want more answers to that betrayal. You're treading carefully so that you don't make the same mistakes. You're collecting information to help you get your goal of getting closer to this Empress so that you can reach your goal as the Emperor. Because your goal as the Emperor is tied to this Empress. So this looks like a relationship to me. I don't see the Two of Cups. I don't see the Lover's card yet because you're working on this. This is something that you're taking very, very seriously. And it's not as much about just love as it is about accomplishment, about feeling accomplished. You feel like you failed somewhere. You still have a relatively good sense of yourself in general, but in regards to this particular situation, you feel like you messed up. Your overall energy is that you will achieve here with the Emperor in the upright position. You will achieve your goal. You will master this situation. You will come out on top. It's blocking my screen. So you will come out on top. However, you are going to have to go through a little bit of anguish. You're going to have some anxiety, but it's going to subside. Okay? Because here we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So initially, you're going to feel some anxiety, but it will subside, and you're going to make peace with having to lose something in order to gain the victory over this situation. If I were to go with my instincts, you're trying to capture this Empress, and you are the Emperor, and you want you both to be together in the end. Like that's like your ultimate goal. Like you want to see yourself as the Emperor, but you also want this Empress to see you as the Emperor. Somehow you've let this Empress down, and you're proving something. What is it that you have to prove? You're proving something. You're fixing something. Clarify the Knight of Swords with the Empress. See, there's that Ten of Wands. You still feel very burdensome by that particular thing. You've let go of some betrayal, but you still feel burdensome when it comes to this Empress energy. Clarify the Death card. Okay, so as the Death card, the Death card had to happen in order for the Ten of Pentacles to come about. And you see the Ten of Pentacles in your mind. You know that you can achieve that. You know that this is the energy or the accomplishment that has actually taken place. Like you know that, but at the same time, you don't want to, you're trying to like show that person that you actually are able to do that. So it's like, okay, I see that this is happening, but I need to prove it here.
This is an ad for a project management tool called Monday.com. This is what it looks like, and this is what it feels like.
I don't even understand how it came in there.